Hello, everybody. How you doing? Today, we're going to talk about the secret techniques, how to become a better prospector. Well, when you're out there and you are engaging with people, you don't want to come off as a salesperson. You don't want to come off as a pushy individual who's trying to give them something they don't want, or do you know what they want? So we're going to talk about how to become a better prospector. And this would help me achieve my goals no matter where I go. So listen very carefully. If you have a piece of paper or pencil, or if you want to stop and start this over again, be my guest, because the things I'm going to cover you is it came from years and years of getting out there, testing the waters to see what works. So I'm going to give you some real good nuggets right now. So as you see on my board, you have to learn how to get a person, first of all, to get into their imagination. Before you get into that nosy imagination of theirs, to help them, they're not going to open up unless they felt that you were really there for them. So what I would suggest is be a strong connection. You got to have a strong connection to get them to get into their imagination. So these are some of the things I do. I meet a person in the field. I'm going to talk to them as though I am basically their friend. I'm going to come with a smile. I'm going to come with a compliment. I'm going to compliment on something that I see that they're trying to they felt good about what they put on that morning. Like, it could be a t-shirt, it could be a hat, it could be uh, it could be their hair, the tie for a man, or shoes, or a purse for a woman. I'm gonna give them a compliment on something I think that they're really proud of having and showing people. And once you give them a compliment on something, they're gonna feel good about you. They don't feel like, oh man, this person is showing me appreciation for what I worked hard to show the world that I have. I want to kind of have bragging rights about what I have. I want to feel good about somebody giving me. When somebody, think about it, when somebody give you a compliment on something you wearing, what would you do? Wouldn't you smile at them? Would you say thank you and be ready to feel more from them? Yes, you will, because that's what happened. That is the key. Now, to get them into their imagination after you come to a connection with them, it takes a minute. Let them talk about themselves. Okay. So you're going to ask them questions like, what do you do for a living right now? Okay. I do that all the time. I would ask them, so what are you doing for a living right now? You seem like to be a very intelligent person. I'm just curious. What do you do for a living? And they will tell me right then and there what they do. Okay. And as I'm speaking with a person, there may be 10 minutes into a conversation. People like to keep communicating. You're going to know people really are connected with you because they're going to keep talking about themselves. They're going to keep talking about things. People love for somebody to listen to them. Okay. So you're going to be what? A good listener. Okay. You want to be a master in listening to what people are saying. They're going to tell you about the pain they're in. They're going to tell you about what their goals are. They're going to tell you about how unhappy they are with their job, or they may ask you, hey, is there anything out there that you're doing? They may ask you, what are you doing? And guess what? I'm still in the process of wanting to know more about what they want. Okay, before they ask me all these kind of questions. And if they do ask me, what are you doing? I'm going to get off of me and get back onto them. And how would I do that? I said, oh, I'm doing something that I'm happy with. But tell me more about what you just said. That's how I would basically get back to them. And they'll continue talking about themselves. People love to talk about what's important to them. Remember what I said. The key to getting into their imagination, let them talk about themselves. Now, when I'm talking to an individual, and a lot of times I don't even mention about how to make money on home-based business or anything like that. I just want to hear about what's important to them at this time. And I find out when I'm talking to people, they would tell me things like, oh, I really don't care about my job. I don't make enough. Well, you don't make enough. What? How much money you want to make? I ask questions like that. I'm getting them back into their imagination. They'll say something like, I wish I was making $10,000 a month. I wish somebody can show me how much I'm worth an hour. And they get to talking about it. And I said, well, tell me more about that. Remember I said the key is to ask them, tell me more about that. That's what I do when I'm talking to people. And believe me, as I'm asking these kind of questions, I'm getting closer and closer connection with them because they feel that I really do care about them. And I do really care about them. Okay. And you have to make sure that they feel that way and that it's real. And the way you can tell, because when you're talking to a person, they're coming closer to you. Look at their body language. Okay, look at the eye. They look at you in your eyes and they smile and they talking. You can feel them. And also you can feel what they want in their life. Okay, once again, be a good listener. Get into their imagination. Okay, very important. Now, if they say they want to make $10,000 a month, I would ask this question: Well, what would that do for you? Tell me more about that. If you were making $10,000, what would you do with that money? And they will get more into their imagination. Or I will buy this house, I will buy a better car, I will save more money for my kids, I will do this, I will do that. And guess what? You're getting, once again, closer and closer to them, and you're connecting. They're feeling better about you. They feel that they are very comfortable when they're talking to you. I get this all the time when I'm talking to an individual. That is why I'm signing up people the same day before, guess what? Before they even watch my video. Okay. And when I feel close enough to them, then I would ask them, how would you like to save money on bills that you're paying every month? Once again. And you know what they will say? Where can I get that information? That is something I am interested in. Guess what? I was a good listener. I already knew they wanted to save money. And also at the same time, they wanted to make more money. What did I say? They wanted to make $10,000 a month. And I would ask them, the job you have right now, are you going to be able to have all those things that you wanted to have? Because they already told me about the imagination, more money for their kids, retirement, buy a better house, buy a better car. I was a good listener. Okay. You have to become a good listener. Don't talk about you and how much money you making. Don't talk about, this is what I'm going to do. No, you want to find out what they want. It's all about what they want. All right, my friend, I'm going to close the door right now for a second and let you go back and listen to what I just said, because I gave some real strong, good nuggets that works for me no matter where I go, what I do. And one last thing I'm going to say, and you must do this every day. You must do it every day. If you're not involved with home-based business at this point, but you're interested in knowing more about what I am doing, at the very bottom right now, my friends, you're going to see a link that's going to show you what I'm doing. And if you come aboard, I will help you. I will give you private training that I do. I have people call me from all over the place, all different companies, and I'm talking in different groups because I want to help people. I want to help people achieve their goals, to get into their imagination. We got to find out what you guys want and how serious you want it. And if you do not contact me and you just go into your work space, which is fine because you're trying to make a living for your family, but there's a lot of people who don't make enough money. Okay, and their life won't change. Okay, they'll stay where it's at. Now they're getting in what they call a comfort mode, means that they're making enough money to pay the bill, but they're like two paychecks away if they lost their job to go out there and starve. Okay, I like to say it's not enough money, especially if you're married, you have children. Okay, but Savings Highway Global, right at the bottom, I want you to go watch this video, sign up and come aboard. I will help you every step of the way, but you got to want it, and you got to make a decision that you want it. Right here, go watch the video, sign up on this. Let's get to work. Okay, once again, this is Carl Douglas from Home-Based Business Review. Would love to talk to anyone who's interested in changing their financial future. Okay, and bye for now, guys.